I'm Andy Parkin, Managing Director of the multi-award-winning Screed. I'm here to talk about Screed Reinforcement Mesh. When it comes to flooring, the first factor we are concerned about is the screed's integrity. Neither one of us would like to pay for something which will eventually break down. After all, the floors have a design life of 50 to 100 years. A common problem that many of us face is the shrinking and cracking of floors. The solution to all of this is Screed Reinforcement Mesh. The main purpose of it serves to strengthen the impact resistance and to avoid shrinkage and cracking. Screed in nature tends to shrink and curl, whilst developing micro cracks during the drying period. So how does Screed Reinforcement Mesh help? By the installation of the Screed Reinforcement Mesh, you create a physical obstruction that minimises the stress developed by micro cracking and further prevents it from larger cracks. Mesh reinforcement also helps in increasing the bending movement. Mesh and chicken wires are used in this process and are common materials for reinforcement. They are especially used for traditional screeds. Whilst also being useful to increase the bending movement, it is also important to keep in mind that these will affect the integrity of screed. This happens when the screed depth is low. The common reason behind this happening is the increase of layers and joints, which in turn results in weakening the bonds between screed and steel. The risk is shrinking and cracking around pipes, and joints are greatly reduced by Screed Reinforcement Mesh, which also gives screed the strength to endure heavy loads of weight. The odd fine crack will not be much of a concern. It's not like you will step on it and it will break. In fact, screeders can take multiple measures to correct the flaws and deliver them to you according to your standards. But what's important to note is that Screed Mesh reinforcement will save you a lot of time while simultaneously reducing future repair costs for you. It's not just the cost that is bothersome in the process of repairing, but also the time and patience you need. Like everything else, this too will need an expert opinion. You can't just go and select reinforcement materials yourself. The type of reinforcement that is ideal for you will depend on the type of screed used. Expect loads, method of mixing and screed depth. PP fibres are another option for reinforcement and are also used widely, being added to the screed mix. Screed Reinforcement Mesh is a great way to minimise the risk of shrinkage cracking, but it is also important to seek expert opinion according to the type of floor you have. I hope this helps with your Screed Reinforcement Mesh questions. Do get in touch for more information.